Les chiottes arrivées.
Il y a des choses sur la route et...
Oui, moi aussi avec quelque chose sur ma route.
Bonsoir. Longtemps que j'ai pas fait un stream seul. Soir. Ah, bah, je suis en chemise parce que je suis au travail aujourd'hui. Ça lagouille un petit peu, c'est normal, parce qu'il est en train de faire de la compilation de shaders, apparemment. Continuons. Allô? C'est vrai que j'avais changé de tenue. Très sympathique cette tenue d'ailleurs. Et j'avais trouvé tout un une nouvelle zone en plus. C'est vrai. Et ça c'était là-dessus qu'on avait arrêté la dernière fois. Putain. Complètement zappé tout ça. Progression du monde est à 26%, tellement de choses. On va retourner à New Haven. On n'est plus non plus tellement loin. Activité disponible là-bas. Que c'est? On va commencer par faire ça. J'ai joué à Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, où j'ai les touches de Shadow of War en tête.
Red McCraith, how very good it is to see you.
Really?
Are you well?
We make do. We're almost happy. Well, that's saying something, things being the way they are. We owe you for that. We'd like to repay you. If you can bring the iron, we'll craft you something fine. And glad to do it. I heard Fort Jericho used to have a blacksmith. Perhaps you'll find some there?
How goes it, Mrs. Eden?
Times are hard for everyone. But me, I've never felt so free. I'm almost ashamed of it. Almost.
Freedom is good. What do you plan to do with it?
You know, once, before I was unlucky enough to meet Fortune Heaton, I was a herbalist. Maybe I'll go back to that.
A healer could be useful. Especially if by healing others, she heals herself.
Wise words. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Mrs. Eden.
Thank you for your interest, Mr. McCraith.
Bon, Jericho. Plutôt au nord, ça, du coup. Ouais. Effectivement. Donc, on va retourner là. pour aller faire chasse aux sorcières.
A real-life, actual banisher here in the Harrows.
You're the governor's son, right?
Yes, sir. Lamentation Haskell. Friends call me Lammy. Or they would if I had any. Please, call me Lammy. I have so many questions, sir. So many questions. But I suspect this is not the time.
No, not the time. But perhaps you may help me anyway.
Me? Why, if I
Salut,
could
Yoko.
help, I'd be honored.
In white shirt. Ha! That's because I was at work 2 hours ago. And it's not white, it's a very clear blue.
Those ghost wards are quite unique.
They are, aren't they? Conceived by Etienne Roulet, but made
I
by my
didn't change
father.
when I came back from
Do you
work.
use them
So.
as well in your line of work?
Not really. I mostly talk to ghosts. I don't repel them.
Of course. Still, each tool has its purpose, and these troubled times we need all the tools we can get. Magic is glorious when wielded by the righteous.
You seem to know a lot about it.
Oh, if only, sir, if only. I'm still learning. Many of the subtleties and nuances escape me yet.
Your father spoke of the pestilence.
He did? Then, sir, you know as much as I do.
I've never been
If you
here.
have an opinion of your own, I'd be glad to hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
Since you ask it,
But because when it's summer, I change
an
quickly
evil
when I
of
come
origin
back. But now
unknown and perhaps
it's cold, so I didn't
So the pestilence
put a
is
shirt,
part
another
of the
shirt, a
curse.
t-shirt on.
Yes. Of course, the curse. Of course it's the curse. What else could it be?
I'm not working every day. I'm working from Monday to Friday. Saturday is my day off.
Must be hard, being the governor's son and all.
Is it? I don't know. I've never been anyone else's son.
Hard to grow up in his shadow, I would have thought.
Only if you like the attention, not me. I just want to read books and learn stuff. People leave me alone mostly.
Okay,
I like
not
that.
here. It's
Mostly.
how much? Who told me to? But it's
So tell
really
me,
cold
Lammy, what do you do?
because I'm
What?
I'm going to work
How
with
do
my
you
bike
spend your
and
days?
my
I assist my
finger were
father,
really
especially with the
cold.
ghost wards. That
Well,
keeps me very
11.
busy.
Outside it's
When I
11.
can, I continue my research into the mysteries of life.
And during the
Wildlife
night we will
mostly.
be at 7.
If I can find any. Those that aren't dead have left New Eden.
Okay.
Who can blame them?
Your
Well,
father
you know, I
believes
know
there is
some
a
people that are
Harrow's
working
witch.
6 days
Have you noticed anyone
on 7,
acting
so
strange?
I'd answer, sir, I surely would, only things being as they are, everyone is acting strange. The curse brought illness, illness brought division, division has led to strife. We could do with some
Yep.
healing, sir, we could. We need you to bring us peace.
11.
Good day to you, Lammy.
Good day to you, sir.
Last week, Friday, it was still 30. And today it's 11. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, the
The governor's speech was so inspiring.
Good day to you
But my
both.
wife is happy. My
And a
wife
good
is
day to
happy
you too,
because
sir.
with the
And wasn't that
pregnancy
quite
going
the
on,
entrance you made? You'll be the talk of the town.
she prefer when it's cold.
So, what brings you to our wee corner of the world?
The governor bade me make the rounds. He suspects evil doing.
If it's evil doing you're after, you may turn around and hurry back to New Eden town.
I met your partner there, the woman. It seems like a lifetime ago
Mine.
now. May
Did
God
you say-
hold you and
yeah?
protect you in your grief.
Mine.
Now, you
Yeah.
could excuse us. My sister's not feeling well, and we must hurry home.
When I met Elizabeth in New Eden town, she seemed healthy.
Dear
Nope.
you, I didn't
Very
catch your
goes well.
name.
It goes well.
God be with you and your terrible
Since
pronunciation. Mary
yesterday,
O'Hara. This
if
is my
she
sister,
decides to
Elizabeth.
come, it's good. They will not stop the work. It will
If
be
you've any
too
insight
early,
to
but
share,
it
I'd
will
like
not
to hear you
be
say it.
way too
Fools and
early
sinners chatter.
to be not
The wise and good hold their tongues.
If
viable.
only Hugh Bachelor would follow God's word on that.
So she's supposed to come the 23
His
October.
fool's babbling cost him his
But,
sister and his faith in
If
no
she comes
particular order.
now,
Yet still
it's
he
all good.
gibbers on.
That's quite enough.
yes, that's my little girl, my little cat. That's my first donor.
What do you do
My
around here?
8 years
We
old
raised
cat.
livestock, or at least we used to.
We lost it all to the witch's
A
curse.
pure
And the
Norwegian
curse still
breed.
stands, does it not? Banisher.
What happened to the farm?
Sickness took Elizabeth's sheep. And I can weave nothing without wool.
It's pleasant to meet another Gale. Where in Ireland are you from exactly?
We left Clarenbridge for Boston many years ago.
I'll be like,
Like
yep.
with the English.
But now,
We're all the same saints under God, sir.
if she
And
comes,
we too are New
it's good.
Englanders now.
And
After 7 years in service, we've earned our place here.
her room is ready. So
I'm no healer. but
just
I'll help if
close.
I can.
That's good.
Do you have plants as need gathering? Something to ease the pain.
All the meadow sweet and vervain in the world will not help this fever, I fear.
We need no help from the godless. Thank you very much.
Our faith guides and protects us.
From where comes the fever?
A bad cut that's spoiled. 'Tis not your concern.
She's dangerously sick. Either she doesn't know it, or she knows it and is hiding it.
And now you really must be going. We'll take up no more of your time. I insist.
I'll let you rest, so. Slan live. Goodbye to you.
Would you pray with us, Mr. McCrate?
Elizabeth.
God
Non, on va
hath
pas tout non
numbered
plus,
my
non.
kingdom. Whatever my sister may believe, I've not long now. Please, pray with us.
I surely will, if you wish it.
Pray for healing, Mr. McCraith.
No, pray for peace.
The Lord is my shepherd.
Oui, ça
I
va.
shall not
Mais elle
want.
s'amuse bien.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the
Ah,
still
that's cool.
waters.
Thank you.
He restoreth my soul.
He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
May the road rise to you, Elizabeth.
Ouais,
O'Hara.
mais tu peux pas le faire depuis ton
Worry
téléphone.
not about me. I'll be in heaven long before the devil knows I'm dead.
Elizabeth O'Hara, don't tempt him. God be with you, Red McCrae. and a
Coucou
good day now.
Sheeta. Et y a Yoko qui te dit aussi bonjour, Pio Pio. Pio Pio répond bonjour.
The well. It feels
Qu'est-ce que t'as dit, Pio?
Smells off too.
You know it, Mistress Sparrow. You know it full well.
Bah oui, moi c'est ce
If
que j'ai
you
fait.
want yeast, then grow your own. Just stick some in a jar and grow it.
Parce que ça te
You'll have
permet
it
de
forever.
valider le jour pour
And it's
débloquer
my
les quêtes, tu sais, par rapport au
Food
retour.
is a staple,
Parce que sinon tu
but
débloques pas les
drink is a
quêtes.
luxury. Give me the yeast.
Du coup, même si tu
How
joues
many
pas et que tu
different
joues
ways do
samedi,
you
bah, tu
want to
pourras
hear
faire les
it?
quêtes des 6
Of
derniers jours.
yeast, there is no more. There is yeast, no more. Yeast? No.
Oui, mais on
No
verra
more.
sûrement samedi.
There's no more shitting yeast.
You're lying.
You're pricking now, Mr. Cottle, and I am vexed. Go home. Go back to your work. Go to hell for all I care. Just go away.
Go away.
Good day, sir.
Allez.
Good day, madam.
Mistress. Lucy Barrow, the alewife.
Red McCraith, the banisher. Alewife, is it? I'd never have guessed from looking at you.
And what does an alewife look like, Mr. Banisher?
Ah, du coup, ton chat va bien,
She's got
Chita?
you there.
Now, I happen to know that the alewife hears stories others don't. So, what's new?
Want a story, do you? All right. Recently, I saw Phoebe Walcott
Là, il
walking
mange sa
strangely.
poitiers. Ah,
She was hiding something
les
under her
autres aussi ont
coat.
déjà mangé leur poitiers.
I don't know what it was, but she went into a barn.
Si
and
jamais
when she came
le
out,
truc de
she
poil
knew
que
one
tu
guy.
vois à ma gauche, c'est
Seen
Maël.
her
Hein.
repeat the deed on several occasions. Not that I'm counting, nor that I care.
Eh, moi, Yoko, il m'a dit que c'était sympa.
What can you tell me about Lamentation Haskell?
I hardly know him.
Elle a eu une belle
He
petite
doesn't
bouille quand
talk
elle vous
much.
regardait déménager. Oui, le
I
déménagement de
suspect he's
l'enfer.
smart, but
On va
it's
refaire
hard
ça
to tell.
vendredi d'ailleurs.
He's a little boy.
Ouais, elle t'a fait tomber ton
Adorable,
jouet.
of course, but hardly interesting.
Oui, quand on a fait Moving Out la semaine dernière.
Tell me about the governor.
Oui,
Not a
mais
big
non,
old
pas
trick, I
Maël.
imagine.
Chita et son chat.
Sadly, no. Perhaps if he had been,
Le
he
peu
might
qui
not have
comprend rien
been
du tout.
such an arseworm. He's a man, afraid of me, an educated woman. He pries, comes calling to check the contents of my pot. He's afraid, a scared little man. I am a woman of brains and means, but despite that, nay, because of it, I fear the witch hunt.
How's life in the Harrows? As sweet as you would wish?
When is life as sweet as one could wish?
Well, that depends on how you define sweetness.
Sweeter ale sells better, but the sweetness makes it weaker.
Tell me about yourself. About your work.
Ah,
What are you, the census
senti?
taker? I'm
Ça a
Lucy
tremblé.
Barrow. I'm earnest, proud, clever. I'm a widow of 41. My husband and I ran a tavern in England. I was the brains, he was... Well, he was there. And if you call me Widow Barrow, I'll fetch my shears and dock your chestnuts.
What brought you to New Eden?
Freedom. Prosperity. The chance to watch good Puritan men drink till they are sick, even as they fill my purse. And chestnuts. I came for chestnuts.
Can I ask, have you noticed anything strange lately? If you have, be sure to tell me.
I'll be sure to tell you if I see anything normal. Strange is the flavour of the hour, the week, the month,
Mais tu fais
and the
autre chose
year.
que Pokémon là.
Yet folks still gossip.
En train de
They're
jouer, t'es en train
suspicious.
de jouer.
Aggressive, impatient. Perhaps they hanker for normality. I suppose it figures.
Well, if you hear
Pourquoi?
anything that strikes you as unusual, do let me know.
Mais tu voulais pas lire?
I'll take my leave of you for now.
And
Ok.
I.
Et là,
of
t'es en train de
you.
faire une partie rapide? J'avoue que normalement j'ai un peu de temps pour être sur mon téléphone quand je suis au boulot. Aujourd'hui j'ai pas eu de temps du tout. Qu'est-ce qu'on a envie? Ouais, t'as raison. La briquet. Et après, tu sais, t'es pas prioritaire sur tous les draps au feu. Et d'ailleurs, Cheetah, t'as vu qu'ils ont fait un Smite 2? Et souvent en alpha actuellement. Nouveau graphisme, tout ça, tout ça.
It's justice. Start anew. Shite on these people. They can't hurt us. But how could you make him kiss it again?
Oh there. Are you alright, sir?
We're closed. Oh,
Ouais, je me doute, moi
How
aussi.
would you leave? Leave.
Tu vois Pokémon avec nous.
I can tell from your surly demeanour that you won't mind me asking you a couple of questions. I'm Red McCraith. I'm a banisher. I'm searching the area for evidence of witchcraft. And you, I can tell, are itching to help me.
Show your shiting shapes, goose peddler. No witches here. Only myself, Caleb Watson.
Tell me a tale. What have you heard round about lately that might be of interest?
Gossip's for shite bags. Not being a shite bag, I don't gossip.
The governor bade me make the rounds. Is anyone acting strange?
Why would he ask you that?
Everyone keeps secrets, and I have a talent for uncovering them.
I ain't got no secrets. I ain't done no wrong. Search me house if you don't believe me. See for yourself. And when you're done, if you're any kind of man, you'll come back here, doff your cap, apologise, then shite off and never come back.
If you're looking for someone acting strangely, I think you've found your man.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
A man content with his own company is never alone. You hear that? Good one, right? It's ours anyway. Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's...
Fascinating. Does each citizen have their own?
What do you think?
2 of them are missing. Alexander and Ruth Watson. Family?
Fear not.
Madame Walco, je me permets de vous envoyer ce courrier afin de vous rappeler que vous n'avez toujours pas réglé la facture de la réparation de vos bottes. Les retards de paiement nous pénalisent tous, vous devez bien le savoir. Et ce n'est pas la première fois que vous me faites attendre. Je vous serai par conséquent reconnaissant de prendre le temps de payer vos dus avant d'ouvrir votre bouteille du matin.
You'll bugger off soon. They both will.
Comment ça, les deux? Donc il sait qu'il y a un fantôme avec moi. Cher monsieur Watson, je réponds à votre lettre concernant mes compétences. Je suis ravi de savoir que nous partageons des intérêts communs et ce sera un plaisir de vous rencontrer pour en discuter. Très curieux d'en savoir plus sur vos connaissances et vos capacités techniques. Si possible, cependant, je préférais vous rencontrer dans un endroit calme et isolé, à l'abri des regards de ceux qui se plairaient à causer des scandales, car je sais que l'œuvre d'un artiste peut susciter des émotions, surtout lorsqu'elle est mal comprise. L'objectivité n'est pas une qualité des plus répandues, et je ne voudrais pas nuire au professionnalisme de nos échanges. Cher monsieur Watson, je vous écris personnellement afin de vous présenter mes plus sincères remerciements pour votre diligence, votre zèle et votre travail acharné afin de bâtir un nouvel avenir pour la communauté. Savoir-faire artisanal, vous le savez certainement, est signe de dévotion, et tout comme le printemps succède à l'hiver, un village de paroissiens bien chaussés est un signe certain de la prospérité du Seigneur.
This is wrong. It's wrong, wrong. I tell you.
Longtemps que j'hésite à t'écrire cette lettre, tant j'imagine le mal qu'elle te fera. Et passer à la vérité sous silence reviendrait à mentir aux yeux de Dieu. Ce serait un péché, quand bien même fermer les yeux serait plus facile pour nous tous. Alexander est infidèle, il fréquente des femmes de petite vertu dans ton dos. Voilà. Connais maintenant la vérité. Je suis au fait de la dépravation d'Alexander depuis des années. Il est charmant et vif, mais son âme est viciée et Dieu s'est détourné de lui. Peu importe ce que diront les autres de toi, je sais que tu es pur, je sais que ton âme est vierge, lumineuse et pieuse. La grâce et la pureté de ton cœur qui transparaissent de tes mots et de tes actes m'émerveillent. Ta présence éclipse le reste du monde et mon amour pour toi ne cesse de grandir.
Being courted by two brothers at once rarely ends well.
Oops.
Personal experience.
Don't go there.
It's ours anyway. Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's true.
Debrief my bun down house.
Why keep it here?
Les décès et les funérailles en découlant ont eu lieu pour Alexander Watson et Ruth Watson, frère et épouse du cordonnier. Caleb Watson, tous deux morts de façon tragique dans l'incendie au domicile de Watson et enterré avec dignité en présence de Caleb, ainsi que ses amis et voisins, et sous les yeux du Seigneur au champ de repos. Ruth laisse le souvenir d'une épouse dévouée, d'une présence douce en notre compagnie. Alexander laisse le souvenir d'un homme troublé, souvent porté sur la bouteille, ayant causé de nombreuses contrariétés et ayant sombré dans le péché, et qui s'est finalement racheté en se précipitant dans le brasier au mépris des flammes dans un effort vain pour sauver sa belle-sœur, et pour qu'il soit accepté à la droite de Dieu.
Ruth and Alexander Watson.
Ouais, donc c'est Alexander Watson qui est avec lui. Lui aussi apparemment.
The cobbler's wife and brother.
Les cas de hantise. Il y en a encore deux ici. On n'a pas fini d'ailleurs. Pas trois. La New Eden qu'on a fini.
He's surely haunted, but where's the ghost? What's this? It's not metal, not wood. Bone. It's bone. Lovely.
I think we need to talk to Caleb Watson.
It's ours anyway. Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's true. You done enough sniffing? Hmm? Tired of the smell of your own arse?
You said you had no secrets. That was a lie, am I right? Everyone has secrets.
I can smell your secrets from here, mate. A pox on you. And a pox on your questions, too.
You'll not take him head on. You must take your time. Outflank him.
There's burned debris out back. I found bone in it.
C'est qui t'appelle?
Where does it come from?
You must have little business if you spend your time sifting through my rubbish. It came from the house. Probably.
I read your letter to Ruth. It's clear you loved her. Were you telling the truth about Alexander's infidelity?
My name is Caleb Watson. And before God and all present, I swear that the letter I wrote to Ruth was a load of shite. Lusting for his beloved Ruth, I set out to ruin Alexander's name.
Ok, il est clairement
Because I'm a
possédé.
greedy little prick.
You're frank. You don't sound like you regret it, though.
No, the past's the past. Dead and buried. My brother is but a lingering memory.
It was terrible what happened to your wife and brother. Might have helped if you'd mentioned it. You must be grieving. Do you mind if I ask where they're buried?
Shite on me shite bag brother. And shite on you too. They're both deep in the dirt up at God's Acre. And I'll speak no more of it.
What's
Okay.
going on at God's Acre, Caleb?
Shite off with your God's Acre. And good riddance to both. God's Acre concerns you not.
You need to tell me what happened here. Stop hiding.
Nothing happened. Buried. Buried all. Quiet, you. And you can shite off. taking your nothing happened with you.
Whatever happened, it happened at God's Acre.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle dit? Pourquoi?
Feels terrible, doesn't it?
Thoughts on Caleb?
You first, young man.
Talking to Caleb felt like talking to a group. I'm thinking possession.
Qu'est-ce que t'as dit?
Possession is plausible, but the clues
ça?
are confusing. We jump to no conclusions.
Ah.
Instead, we gather proof.
Depuis, elle dit que ton chat, c'est un chat d'Halloween.
This
Elle
requires a
dit qu'elle
key.
aime trop les chats noirs. Pourquoi?
God's Acre?
God's Acre. Too heavy to lower from your side.
Faut le casser. Oh bah on va faire le tour. Hein.
Here we are. Let us find the graves of Alexander and Ruth, and whatever got Caleb acting so strange.
Ah, on est déjà dans le cimetière.
Great! More fun.
Spectre, going for a meat suit.
Oh. Oh. Tokyo, t'as eu 36 000 messages.
Is that a femur?
I think I see a patella.
Lovely.
Ah oui, c'est Twitch.
Ruth Watson. There's another grave beneath it.
Grave robbers.
Yes, but what exactly were they stealing?
If undertakers did this, they should find other work.
I doubt there's a job on Earth that suits whatever did this. Decoys to distract wayward specters. Rudimentary. Someone's had a little training.
Très crevasse quand même.
Here did lie Alexander Watson.
Did Caleb take their bodies?
Someone did, and he's at the top of my list.
Well, they made quite the mess. Perhaps the decoys may show us the way.
Follow the path. Don't get too close.
I'll try.
This way. More of them.
Try this on for size.
Elle est trop
That's
belle.
what I was talking
Ouais, c'est un
about when I
joli
said
charme,
don't
d'accord.
get too close.
Get lost, won't you?
Demonology. I should have known.
Ah.
What in God's green hell is this?
Fight now, talk later. Where do you think you're going? I have another in sight.
Ah putain, quel con.
It's up to no good.
Ah.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Watch it. That harvester switched form.
Physical to spectral. They do that. You shouldn't stay in there. It's going to attack. It's going all out.
C'est ça que je voulais faire.
Devil take.
A vicious scourge that despises the living.
Vigor Mortis. Ah oui. Intéressant.
In these lands, what a surprise indeed. Shrines now, with bones.
It's like Lady Blackwood's boudoir around here. A ghost left a blurred fragment of its memory. Oh there, fella. You're nasty, aren't you?
Nasty, yes, but also shoddy. It's very poor work. Are you sure we didn't miss anything?
With a bit of luck, we'll find what we need.
Manque un parchemin. Où qu'il peut bien être?
Something's concealed. What is this?
It looks like a butchered version of the ritual of Lesser Palingenesis.
The ritual of... That ritual? The one that brings someone back? That ritual?
Yes, that ritual.
Corrito Skal.
C'était pas ça. C'est un fléau, faut que je maintenant.
Imaradas en tus.
As flesh unto verb, as verb unto heart, as heart unto flesh. Death's knot is unsevered, and I shall cut it.
Come to me, Ruth. Come to me, my love. Come back to me.
Caleb Watson invoked a ghost without a body for it to inhabit. So it took his. Caleb is no longer Caleb.
Vraiment?
Is he still in there too?
He used pieces of his wife and also of his brother.
Ruth, Alexander, Caleb could be any combination of them in there.
Let's go find out which.
Très bien. Ça bon. Non, je pense non. Alors au niveau de l'écriture, t'aimes bien? C'est à toi que je parle, Pio Pio. 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 C'est pas une question de traduction, c'est est-ce que c'est écrit lui qui voulait pas trop être trop loin de l'écriture de base, c'est pas trop pompeux, ça va?
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
Another curse.
Ok. Donc ça te convient, quoi.
Et le livre est lourd à tenir.
Elle va râler alors que je lui offre des trucs.
Non, malo. Très lourd. Ah, il est aussi.
Alors que je trouve les statuettes du fermier, j'en ai trouvé que 2 points. Ça va juste là-dedans. Non, parce que je tout compris. On fait pour se baisser. Merde. Oh, automatiquement. Ah si. Oh. Ah, donc j'avais raison. Viens là-dedans.
I command you to leave now.
Premier objectif secondaire de cette zone fait. Charme. Ouf, non, c'est bah, de ouf. Il y a certains trucs là. Encore. C'est intéressant ça. Quatre secondes. Ouais.
Think you could take on a ghost?
How sure are we that the ritual will work?
Caleb's work was poor. Your work will be good. Cold feet?
No. Not now, not ever.
The ritual shall work, and all shall be well. I promise.
Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever come to us again. Shite off.
We've been to God's Acre. Quite a tale it told us. You're not Caleb, are you? Or at least not entirely.
Ah. Can't fog you. Alexander Watson. Long tale short, Caleb tried to bring his dead wife back. And I live here now.
So many questions. Where to even start?
Do both of you share Caleb's body?
Share? No. This house of flesh is mine. But because I am a generous man, I allow my brother to live in the cellar. We were twins. I was the rotten half, they said. But who's the rotten half now?
He was trying to bring his wife back. How did you end up in the mix?
Caleb made a fine cobbler, a poor brother, a worse husband, and a truly terrible witch. The ritual went to shite, because... of course it did. There's something else you should know, if you don't know it already. I'm not alone. I completed the ritual. My darling Ruth is in here too.
You died trying to save Ruth from a burning house. True.
True.
And where was Caleb while all this was happening?
He was there. He stood rooted in place, frozen in fear. And then it was too late. He could do nothing but watch us burn. Caleb's name was ruined then. We're just putting the boot in.
Caleb was no saint, but this is hellish grim. Does he deserve it?
Aye, he does. And it's not like I killed him. He's alive in here somewhere, watching me ruin his name. He can hear me now, destroying his reputation, as I had to hear him destroy mine when he painted me a fornicator.
How nice.
He took our love, Ruth and mine, and killed it. Now our love's reborn, and he can do naught but sit and watch. Caleb was a cad. Shite on him. Let him suffer.
You used the ritual to bring Ruth's spirit into Caleb's body. Why?
Love moves a soul to strange endeavors. We deserve a better life. I set myself to claiming it.
I understand your anger, more so your desire. But what of Ruth's? Did you consider what she wanted?
Caleb stole a life from me, but he also stole Ruth's voice. She shrank beneath him. Of course she wanted a second chance at life.
I'd like to hear this from Ruth. May I please speak with her?
No! We've carved ourselves out a little happiness at last. I'll not have you break it. Please, leave us alone. Give us this.
We need to speak to her, one way or another. If he won't tell us anything, perhaps the house Ruth died in will.
You're well placed to see what goes on around here. Help me out. Have you seen anything noteworthy?
I've made a point of keeping people away, but I seek things. And I take note.
Lammy Haskell. Any thoughts about him?
The Haskell boy? What about him? He's weird. Talked with Caleb about nonsense. Both of them were full of shite.
What's your take on the governor?
My brother gave him the glad hand act, and the governor lapped it up. Haskell's opinion of himself is far too high. To win his favour, you need only prop him up. He dragged my name through the dirt. Shite on him, and his so-called eloquence. What use is a silver tongue when your heart is yellow?
Tell me about folk here. Who stands out for you? What think you of them?
What think I of they who shunned me, gulled by my black-mouthed brother? What think I of malicious fools for whom I had to die to be redeemed? I'd say a curse upon them. But 'tis too late. The curse has already come.
How goes the settlement, would you say?
It's going to hell in a shitting handcart. Not that I care, mind. But there's sport in guessing who shall live and who shall die. Hope they find that witch, though. Can't have witches about the place doing the devil's work.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
Alone? Not really. Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever
Ruth
come
and
to us again.
Alexander are having an affair in her husband's body.
I can't find an angle that isn't just plain wrong.
Something feels wrong. Something about Ruth. If we find the ghost tie, we can talk to her.
Pour trouver la maison qui a brûlé.
Something has me. Wards. The ghost wards feel far away from here. Just one keeps me from my life. Fancy knocking it down? I know.
Je sais pas si c'est par là qu'il faut aller, mais c'est par là que je vais.
The house that burned down. The roof fell in with them inside.
There's a lot of debris.
Je suis parti me balader, je l'ai trouvé en plein dans mon jardin. Bon, dans le jardin, on testait un. Gentil et romantique et m'écoute, c'est pour ça que je l'ai épousé, mais je suis parfois mal à l'aise. Son mari, je suis son épouse, une femme qui veut être aimée, non vénérée comme une icône.
Ty must be nearby. This work shows real sensitivity. Caleb?
Maybe. Not Alexander. I suspect we've just learnt a little about Ruth. Of course. Ruth's heart binds them like a bushel of rotting corn.
You! What do you have there? Stop right there, you rank ramp! Whatever you found, it ain't yours!
You buried Ruth's heart in the ashes of the house that killed her. I find that odd.
You, a ghost, went digging in the ashes of a dead woman's house. You're ill-positioned to call me odd. Don't think I haven't felt your presence before.
Stow your tongue while I speak with Ruth. Ruth, can you hear me? Can you speak?
Puck off and die! I'm in charge here.
No. Hush ye, Alexander. I'll speak. I'm Ruth. I hear you.
I'm Antea Duarte. We're here to help.
I'm glad. Please, end this nightmare. Help me.
Go to hell in a bag of shite. We're fine, and you have not the right, you hear? You've not the right. Give it back!
Fame me Gurren.
No more does he silence me. We may speak. Help me, please.
Caleb's letter changed your life. How did it feel at the time?
It tore me in two. I loved Alexander, but I deserved to marry a man who would be true. Caleb seemed decent. I believed he loved me. I thought I married the better brother, but I'd married a liar. A liar and a devil. And yet, not even he deserves this. No one deserves this.
How did Caleb treat you?
With adoration. I was an idol, worshipped, yet unloved. He was the sculptor and I was the statue, smiling down, unmoving from my pedestal with nothing to say. Now I'm sewn into a festering sack with the quivering remnants of my husband and the angry ghost of his dead brother. Please, let me out.
Who taught Caleb the resurrection ritual?
To say it was taught would mean he'd learned it. He read it off a page. As a sorcerer, Caleb makes a fine cobbler. The thing about Caleb, he was a good listener. As he worked, clients would bend his ear. The Haskell boy, for one. As Caleb pinned the governor's shoes, young Lammy would talk magic. Nonsense, really. But Caleb was listening.
Wait, Lammy Haskell gave Caleb the resurrection ritual.
After Lammy mentioned the ritual, Caleb became obsessed with it. He begged. Lammy, in his misplaced generosity, gave it. Caleb was intent on dark work. Lammy furnished written instructions.
Ruth, your husband Caleb's botched resurrection ritual brought you back, but allowed his brother Alexander to take you hostage.
Once we deal with the Watson brothers, you shall be free to ascend.
Do what you must. I'll suffer it if it leaves me free to go.
No! We can stay. Please, Ruth, let us stay.
Look at you. You're counterfeit, a sham of a thing. Your so-called life is no life at all. Caleb lied and stole your love. But when the time was right, you lied and stole his body. We're ending this nonsense now. Caleb Watson, you're past saving. We can but grant you the mercy of oblivion.
But what about me? What about Ruth?
Ruth is free to go.
I shall have my rest now. Thank you.
I was winning. I was winning.
contre, l'ami Estelle, lui aussi, il va s'en prendre une. Allez, on s'arrête là. Bonne nuit. À vendredi.